and the language of the court and the law. Over the centuries, these words were intermixed with the Germanic and other words that already existed in English. How did English evolve into the language as we know it? And that's a subject that would fill an entire library. But it helps to know that English owes a great deal to Romance languages, such as Portuguese, Italian, French, Spanish, and Romanian. The Netherlands, the Scandinavian, and Slavic countries, and other European cultures also contributed substantially to our vocabulary. Robert Birchfield, in his book The English Language, wrote that every major historical, political, and social event, every discovery, and every new belief since circa 450 has brought change to the English language, and not least to the meanings of words. Evolution and revolution. Language changes, the meanings of words change, politics, styles, and cultures change. We all benefit by and contribute to these developments. More scientific, medical, and technological advances have taken place in the past 100 years than in all the preceding centuries put together. Fortunately, our language is flexible and capacious enough to absorb these changes and to build new terms on them. In every country, the common people, workers, artisans, business people, make the everyday practical language the Vulgate. Others, such as engineers, artists, physicians, and scientists, contribute the more technical and specific terms. Thus, the language grows and changes. Idiosyncratic idioms. English is an extremely idiomatic language, full of colorful and vivid imagery. We use phrases without a second thought as to their literal meaning. Language evolves through interactions between and among humans. Although we think in words, our actions take place without conscious thought as to how they are to be expressed in spoken language. When we say something is as easy as pie, we're not thinking about pie at all. Hold your own? What? People in my area go on vacation not down to the shore, but down the shore, even though the Atlantic Ocean is more east of here than south. So the idioms go. They don't have to be logical. That's just the way it is. However, language in general has to be logical if it is to be communicated effectively. Some idioms, like humans, have a life. They are born, they flourish, and then they die. Others remain with us for centuries, usually because there is a contemporaneous use for them. Although we use idiom constantly in both written and spoken language, writing gives us the golden opportunity to use logic, too. Good writing presupposes clear thinking. Knowing the right words gives us, as the idiom goes, a leg up. I never make mistakes. Words have shades and hues of meaning, subtleties and nuances. Many errors are caused by the irrational, irritating, unphonetic, and difficult spelling of English words. These characteristics make learning English tough, especially for non-native speakers. The difficulty is compounded by the innumerable homonyms and homophones in English, words that sound or look alike but mean different things. The section called Word Roots contains several examples. Other difficulties arise when people who were reared where British English reigns supreme immigrate to this country and have to contend with American English spelling. Still, other mistakes stem from poor reading or no reading, or studying habits, substandard education, lack of access to a library, lack of a personal library, and, above all, a lack of interest or motivation, otherwise known as apathy. English is the world's lingua franca. There is no world language, and there may never be, but English approaches it. It is the language used to record more than 80% of the world's computer information. English is the lingua franca, the commercial language of the world. If you want to do business abroad, you must know English. If you want to venture into the international computer networks, you must know English. Here's your user's manual. In the main